To Ken Robinson, joining us from WTAM 1100 News Radio, also joining us in front of Sowell's home. Ken Robinson, what more can you tell me? Are people still gathering out in front of the home? This is day 3, wondering every time they bring a gurney out with a body on it, is that my mother? Is that my sister? Is that my daughter under that sheet?
That's absolutely correct. People have been here since day 1. Waiting on the corner, waiting in front of the house, looking, watching, wondering what's going to happen next. This series of crimes has rocked this neighborhood. There's a gamut of emotions flowing through the neighborhood right now, from anguish, people wondering why police didn't find out that something was going on here earlier, people wondering, are they safe now? Some have lost confidence in the police. I had one gentleman tell me that he's thinking about starting his own patrol through the neighborhood because he's lost confidence in the police department.
I want to go to a special guest joining us right now. Everyone, we are taking your calls live. And with me right now is the daughter of the one woman who has been identified so far, the mother of 3. She had 2 girls and 1 boy. With me is Danita Carmichael, the daughter of Tanya Carmichael. Miss Carmichael, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me on, me and my family.
We are showing some absolutely beautiful shots of your mom. We've got her at a barbecue. We've got her in front of a little gambling slot machine. There she is wearing a baseball cap. There she is dressed in a Santa Claus outfit. She's got a little hat on. There she is with her family. And I just cannot imagine leaving Lucy, my little girl, and John David, my little boy, behind to grow up in this world without a mother. Tell me how you learned that your mother's body had been hidden in this home for a year.
Well, Nancy, first of all, let me just thank you for putting this story out there. I was listening to the show as it got started, and I was hearing the response you had given, and it sounded like you were speaking just from the family. You know, a lot of those things you touched on as far as what's still taking so long for the other families to find out the information that we tragically had to find out today is still unbelievable. A search warrant, are you kidding me? You know, it's devastating enough that this murderous person was able to stay out on the streets and do this heinous act that he's done for so long without being detected. It's just very hard to believe.
Everyone,
but my
you
grandmother
are
is
seeing...
doing well. Unfortunately, the information she had to find out about her child is discomforting because she lost a child. I lost a mother as well as my older sister and my younger brother. As you can see from the pictures, she had a beautiful smile. She was a beautiful person. She was a family-oriented person. She loved her family. She loved the holidays. She loved to horseback ride. She loved to make jokes to make her grandchildren smile. That's the legacy that we're trying to make sure gets out there. The slot machine, she loved Vegas. She loved going to the Bahamas. Those were the things, and for the ones who really, truly knew my mother,
Ms. Carmichael disappeared out of Warrensville Heights approximately a year ago in November. Her car was located by family members at 115th and Kinsman, and the investigation was ongoing, I believe, by Warrensville Heights Police Department.
Ms. Carmichael was the first one recovered from the backyard, and she was a ligature strangulation. There was something around the neck.
Anthony Sowell has been charged with 5 counts as of right now of aggravated murder. And of course, that could possibly rise as investigators continue to go through these bodies.
And the suspect, Anthony Sowell, in court just a couple of hours ago, he had on a paper outfit that they dress you in when they're afraid you may commit suicide. He's in a psych ward where they get special privileges. Ken Robinson with WTAM 1100. Why was he in court?
He was in court to answer the charges. He was being arraigned in municipal court. Agencies often do that to get the ball rolling. It's kind of like a preliminary deal.
Right.
The charges are entered in a municipal court. It will likely go to the grand jury. It'll go to county court. There'll be a county prosecutor
Okay, so
assigned.
he was in court answering up on charges. Unleash the lawyers. Kirby Clements, Atlanta, Alan Ripken, New York. Kirby Clements, they're already setting up an insanity. Put Kirby Clements and Ripken up, please. They're setting up an insanity defense already. They've got him dressed in a paper outfit. His lawyer is behind that. Kirby Clements, he's on a sex line, trolling for victims as recently as 3 months ago. We can confirm he's not crazy.
You know, he might be. He still is crazy. I mean, we got 11 bodies in his house. Just because he's on a sex line doesn't mean he's not crazy.
Like a fox. Go ahead, Ripka. Go ahead and tell me how he's crazy.
Well, first of all, insanity is not the only defense here. First, you have to prove that he did it. He could claim someone else did all this and he stood by. There's no forensic evidence yet.
Put Ripka's face on the screen. You could smell the stench a block away. You're telling me he didn't know all the bodies were in his house?
He may have known they were there. No one's proven that he did this yet.